Alright guys, I believe we are live. Sorry for a little bit of a delay, had some technical difficulty. So we're going to start this off by waiting a couple of minutes for everybody to get into the chat. Because I have not live streamed in a while. I don't know how many people will show up because, you know, gotta get back into the groove of live streaming on Monday and Fridays. But, let's see. It's kind of early, so we're going to have probably some chaos. I'm hoping not, but fingers crossed. Alright, we'll start off with saying hi to everyone in the chat. I hope you guys have had a great weekend and a not so bad Monday. I know how those Mondays are. You start off and sometimes they're a little rough. Right now I'm kind of trying to tweet and tell everybody that we're live and get started. Let's see. All right. So, what have you guys been up to? What did you do this weekend that was fun or exciting? Or did you have just a lazy weekend where you were able to just have fun, chill, enjoy yourself, or maybe not have to work or go to school? Just let me know. I've got my co-host in the background, Lakota. He's feeling kind of funny. I'm sorry for the delay. I still have not quite figured out how to stop the 10 to 12 second delay from what I say and what's happening. So, bear with me. It may just be, the system, because I was watching several other live streams and there's a delay with them as well. So, we'll get the kinks worked out, or we'll figure it out, or I will just pause randomly for the delay to kind of, you know, catch up and such. So I'm still kind of, you know, tweeting out and sending out, telling everybody that we're live. Come join us if you guys can. Hey Lakota, everybody's saying hi to you. It's okay. He's chewing on Winnie the Pooh, so he's chewing on that Pooh Bear like there's no tomorrow. Right now, the Pooh Bear is feeling the horror. And Lakota's feeling the vengeance, I guess. Let's see. Trying to think. We've got some stories lined up. I don't have a lot of stories lined up because I didn't have a whole lot of time to get them lined up. But, we've got some ghost stories. So I'm kind of excited about that. I'm hoping that the music isn't too loud. You guys leave me comments. I've not worked out all these kinks. I'm still working it out, unfortunately. But leave me comments in the chat if the music playing right now, or has been playing, is really loud. Shh, phone, you're not supposed to join this live stream. Yeah, just leave me comments below and let me know if the music's too loud, or if it, you know, if you can hear it. Is it perfect? Just let me know. Yeah, poor Winnie the Pooh. he's taking a beating. But he's taking it for the team so the rest of us can live stream. Oh, hush, Lakota. It's not that bad. He's saying hurry up and quit tweeting all this stuff out. Let's see. I imagine this delay is a little bit more than I expected because, you know, things I asked you guys kind of messaged, you know, 10 minutes, not 10 minutes, but, you know, much later than what I asked it. So I'm going to randomly pause to let it catch up so you guys can answer questions. So if there is random pauses, you guys understand that I'm trying. I'm trying. Like I said, I'm tweeting this out. If you guys can share it everywhere you can possibly can. I'm going to go ahead and say in the description below, there are different links where you can find me. You can find me at TikTok. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, and I don't have a Patreon account, but I do have a PayPal account where you can donate whatever you feel that you want to donate, whether it's $1, 50 cents, or much more. Thank you, Evil, for sharing on Discord. It helps me out so much that when you guys share it out, because a lot of times people don't get notifications from YouTube. So if you guys want to, you can follow me on the links below. You can find me doing other funny stuff on TikTok and different random discussions on Twitter and just personal on Instagram. PayPal, of course, is optional for you if you would like. I hope you can. It would be really awesome. Just a disclaimer, this is a no-nonsense channel. We do not tolerate any type of mean-spirited, just basically describe it on the channel. So if you are having any issues where you feel like you need to be ugly or mean, feel free to exit now. Let's see, we've been live about 8 minutes. So here in a minute, we're gonna start as much as we can start, I guess. So just bear with me because I'm trying to put this on Instagram. Hey, CCG, how are you? I'm really thankful for you guys showing up. Oh, sorry for that loud in the background. I'm going to get flagged for that. I can tell you that right now. Let me turn my phone on silent. Let's see, what was I going to say, guys? So like I said, this is No Nonsense channel. We do not tolerate meanness. We have moderators in the chat that will catch, you know, what you're doing and pretty much stop it before I can even read it most of the time. So, I don't know, guys. We are fixing to get ready to start. Like I said, I'm taking a little too long time to, what Evil just said in the chat, yes. I'm doing good, CCG. Had just a typical Monday at work. Bad thing is everywhere is short staff, so everybody's starting to feel kind of the pinch and the horror at work. So, like I said, let me real quickly keep tweeting this out. I'm trying to read the chat, and I don't want to leave you guys hanging either by just being real quiet. I should have done this much quicker, but Instagram takes much longer to tweet out because you have to put all these tags and so forth and so on. So if you guys have any suggestions that you want me to read, I usually try on live streams not to read anything over 8 minutes because it takes a lot of times to read more than 8-minute stories. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I know there's probably more that I need to tell you guys. Coming soon, I'm gonna go ahead and say this, coming soon, we will have merchandise. I'm right now trying to align it up and kind of design what I want. I haven't really found what I wanted yet for merch, so we're having kind of issue with that as well. Trying to think. We're just gonna go ahead and share this out because I cannot apparently tweet or Instagram and talk at the same time. So, let's see. I think we've covered most of our disclaimers. This will probably be my first live reading. Well, actually be my second. I've done this before, but I did 2 census horror stories. So wish me luck that we're going to be able to do this and not mess up very badly. So, all right, guys, I would like you to sit back, relax, join us by the campfire, and let's begin. When I think about telling ghost stories, I think about sitting around a campfire, roasting marshmallows, telling spooky tales, with a torch under my chin before retiring to my tent for the night. Despite the fact that this isn't an activity I've ever taken part in, and I do mean ever. It just feels like the perfect way to share a scary story, especially with the sounds of the forest rustling around you, and the stars overhead, and a campfire burning bright. Well, even if you're not in the forest telling short ghost horror stories, it is a brilliant way to pass the time. So, I've rounded up some of the very best ghost stories that I can find for you from different sources around the internet that I'm hoping, and I'm pretty sure, is going to give you kind of a fright. So, let's pass the marshmallows and kind of begin right now. Alright, number 1. The puppy in the basement. Mommy told me never to go in the basement, but I wanted to see what was making that noise. It kind of sounded like a puppy, and I wanted to see the puppy. So I opened the basement door and tiptoed down a bit. I didn't see a puppy, and then Mommy yanked me out of the basement and yelled at me. Mommy had never yelled at me before, and it made me sad, and I cried. Then Mommy told me to never go into the basement again, and she gave me a cookie. That made me feel better, so I didn't ask her why the boy in the basement was making noises like a puppy, or why he had no hands or feet. Alright guys, that was story number 1. So we'll take a minute to look at the chat and make sure we're not missing anything or anyone. Let's see. Hey Todd, how are you? I'm so glad you showed up. I was thinking about you today. I was hoping that you and everyone else would show up. Yes, please don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Don't forget to share and like, and definitely hit that little bell in the corner, because hitting that bell means YouTube will more than likely tell you what's going on. And when YouTube actually does its job, it helps me out as a content creator. Yes, Evil, this was one of my favorite videos. And this and the opening intro took a back seat, and I actually really missed it. So we brought it back, and we're going to keep it because I like it. And sometimes if it's not broke, probably best not to fix it. Oh wow, Lunar, you're eating Taco Bell. You know what's going to happen later. I feel so sorry for you in the toilet. Tonight, we ended up having kind of a hodgepodge for dinner, so it was what everybody wanted. We kind of cooked a little bit here and a little bit there, and in the end, everybody was satisfied. So, what do you guys think about the story that was just read? I know it's kind of a little bit shorter than I wanted it to be, but I think it's fitting with Lakota sitting in the background. We talk about a puppy a little bit to join. Alright guys, sit back and relax. We're going to story number 2. Entitled Nunchucks. When my daughter was 2, I found her twirling paper towel tubes tied with twine in the air. I asked her what she was doing. She said she was practicing her nunchucks. I was very confused, not to say the less, as she had never in no way of knowing what they were. I asked her what she meant, and she said that Adam had told her how to make them and showed her each night how to use them. She went on to say that Adam told her to practice, because she may need to know how to defend herself someday. I almost freaked out, but I asked her what Adam looked like. She said he was tall, blonde, and had blue eyes. She said, "Mommy, you know how he looks. You know him. He died of a heartache and a headache." I had to leave the room. You see, 4 months before she was born, my tall, blonde, blue-eyed martial arts pro friend had died of a brain aneurysm at the age of 27. She has not spoken of him since that day, so I'm not sure if I scared her with my reaction or if she had completed her lessons. Oh wow, I'm not sure what to think about that one. That one actually is pretty spooky. Because I don't know about you guys about the deja vu or having children say spooky things. I've had my children say some things that have made my head turn a couple of times. Especially when they know stuff that they really shouldn't know. Aww. I'm trying to keep up with the chat, guys, so if I don't get to the comments right away or if I somehow accidentally skip them, it is not intentional. I'm trying to get back into the swing, trying to get used to this, so we're gonna sit back, throw another log on the fire. I'll hand you guys another marshmallow, and let's go to number 3. Entitled, "There's Someone Under the Bed." I begin tucking him into bed, and he tells me, "Mommy, check for monsters under my bed." I look underneath for his amusement and see him, another him, under the bed, staring back at me, quivering and whispering, "Mommy, there's somebody on my bed." That one gets me, because I've had my son numerous times say things that has really just sent chills down my spine. What do you guys think? I know a lot of you that I know have children, so that's a little creepy. Alright, take a little quick second to scroll down and get ready for the next story while the chat catches up. Let's see. Alright guys, let's go to story number 4, The Chair. Sorry. When my sister Betsy and I were kids, our family lived for a while in a charming old farmhouse. We loved exploring its dusty corners and climbing the apple tree in the backyard. But our favorite thing was the ghost. We called her Mother because she seemed so kind and nurturing. Some mornings Betsy and I would wake up, and on each of our nightstands we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Hold on a second, guys. I kind of messed up on something. Sorry. She just wanted to take... Oh, I lost track. Oh, gosh. There we go. Some mornings, Betsy and I would wake up, and on each of our nightstands, we'd find a cup that hadn't been there the night before. Mother had left them there, worried that we'd get thirsty during the night. She just wanted to take care of us. Among the home's original furnishings was an antique wooden chair, which we kept against the wall of the living room. Whenever we were preoccupied watching TV or playing a game, Mother would inch her chair forward across the room toward us. Sometimes she managed to move it all the way to the center of the room. We always felt sad putting it back against the wall. Mother just wanted to be near us. Years later, long after we'd moved on, I found an old newspaper article about the farmhouse original occupant, a widow. She'd murdered her 2 children by giving them each a cup of poisoned milk before bed. Then she hung herself, The article included a photo of the farmhouse's living room, with the woman's body hanging from a beam. Beneath her, knocked over, was the old wooden chair placed exactly in the center of the room. Oh my gosh. Wow, guys, did it get kind of cold in the room, or is it just me? I don't know. That story kind of made me think of kind of a combination of Mama and the first Conjuring movie a little bit. Oh wow, I don't really know what to kind of say about that one. That one kind of. What do you guys think? I'm kind of read the chat real quick to get away from it, I guess. Let's see. Yes, Todd, I think children can be a little creepy. I will agree with you on that one. I agree to Evil. The story gives me the creeps. And hey, Midnight Alpha, how are you? No, I did not see it yet. I think we had just started the live stream when you sent me the text message. And I forgot to turn my phone on silent, so everybody got to hear the ringtone. Let's hope YouTube doesn't suddenly get mad and flag me for my ringtone. So I'm glad that you guys are in the chat. I'm glad you are watching. I think I may have started live streaming a little too early tonight. I seem to cannot find the right time. On Fridays I start too late. On Mondays I start too early. Ah, goodness sakes. Give it kind of a second or two for the chat to catch up, or the audio to catch up with the chat. I don't know how long we'll do this tonight, guys, because this was kind of another trial run for Monday. You know, we did Friday's trial run. It went pretty good. Hopefully Fridays will go a little smoother. We had a little bit of hiccups here and there on Friday. So fingers crossed so far. Monday, we haven't had any too bad of hiccups yet. Which reminds me, guys, again, nobody made any, I don't think I read any comments. In the beginning of this, when we were playing the beginning of the live stream, was the music too loud? Because I don't want to blare everybody's ears and kill you guys. And then right now the clip playing with the background fire is, can you guys hear the sound effects? Is it too loud? Are we doing good? I don't know. I need your input, guys, because I can't hear it. Of course, I guess I could turn on my the chat on my phone, but I don't like to turn my phone on while I live stream, other than if I have to. So, hey, Sissy, how are you? Hey, Infinite, how are you? I hope you guys have had a good weekend. Well, I don't think my phone's gonna start when I need it to. You know, hours could go by and nobody messages me. Dead quiet, ignored. And then suddenly I will get 500 messages of people trying to find me. Sorry, guys. Just bear with me. Thank you, Evil, for keeping up with the chat. You are doing amazing. I just dropped my phone. Let's see. We'll go over here. You guys are doing amazing tonight. Thank you so much for showing up and being here. I'm going to turn this up a little bit on my phone, so there might be a little bit of a kind of whatever. Okay, it sounds good. Alright, we're doing good. No, Wendigo, you are not late. You are right on time. The only time you're ever late is if you never watch. So, that's my opinion on it. I'm sorry, I got a dog who is like all over the bed, attacking the laptop, and so Lakota's in a way saying hi to you guys, and how are you doing? Alright, we're gonna go to the last story, but I'm doing last on ghost stories. We'll definitely have more, so sit back again. I'll hand you another marshmallow, And let's read this story. Number 5. The Ghost at Home. Last night a friend rushed me. Oh, whoops. Sorry. Last night a friend rushed me out of the house to catch the opening act at a local bar's music night. After a few drinks, I realized my phone wasn't in my pocket. I checked the table that we were sitting at the bar, the bathrooms, and after a while I realized I was having no luck. I used my friend's phone to call mine. After 2 rings, someone answered, gave out a low, raspy giggle, and hung up. They didn't answer again. I eventually gave it up as a lost cause and headed home. I found my phone lying on my nightstand right where I had left it. Shh, goodness sakes. I don't know if I would be more scared if it's a burglar or a ghost in my house. But that one definitely got me. What do you guys think? I mean, how would you feel if... Because, I mean, in the world we live in, losing your phone is a pretty big deal. So if you lost your phone and only to find out, you know, that looks like somebody stole it, but then, wait, it was at home. So what do you guys think? How are you doing, Wendigo? Did you have a good weekend? I hope you guys had a good weekend, because it's nothing worse than finding out that, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. My weekend was pretty rough, but it was pretty much due to my job and some other things in my life. But, nothing that a good night's sleep cannot, you know, fix. Lakota is restless. I think he wants to go outside. He's a restless puppers. Alright, guys. So I'm going to let the chat catch up. I'm glad you're doing good, Wendigo. Oh, night, Lunar. I hope you have a good night, and I will probably see you tomorrow, I hope. Oh, gosh. I imagine that will be Lakota in a few short months. Now, I gotta ask you guys a question. Do you want me to find 2-sentence horror stories, or do you want me to find short horror stories that might be 2-3 minutes long? I'm actually okay with any or all. I am just glad to be live streaming again. Let's see. And again, I'm going to get quiet every once in a while just for the chat to pick up where they can answer questions or put in input, so forth and so on. I think I may stick with the short horror stories that are maybe like a minute or two long, because as much as I love 2-sentence horror stories, they're just not enough some nights. And tonight is one of those nights they don't feel like they're enough. So... okay. Alright, we're going to start off with a story called Last Messages. I love you, Mommy. I can hear her footsteps on the stairs. I think he's outside. Wait. Typo, guys. Hold on a second. Sometimes these stories are not checked, and I should have checked some of these before better. Alright, here we go. I love you, Mommy. I hear footsteps on the stairs. I think he's outside my room. I hear sirens, but they're far away. I'm hiding in the closet. I hope he didn't hear me. Hang on, I heard something downstairs. The cops are already here looking for him. They'll catch him. Don't worry, Mom, I'm safe. I love you. The cops said he's some escaped serial killer, and he's been breaking into homes around the area. Yes, Mom. It's on the news now. I'll keep my doors locked. Wow. That's kind of scary on a different level. because I've been in some situations where, you know, I had to kind of lock myself in and have somebody on the on the other end. Let me turn this phone on silent, because like I said, hours can go by, nobody messages me, I'm all alone, and then suddenly, bam, boom, thousands of messages. Alright, the next story. My family. I died 8 years ago. It wasn't particularly tragic or unusual, just a car accident. I don't blame the man who hit me. He was speeding because his wife was in labor, and there was black ice on the road. He lost control of the car, and I lost my life. It's not his fault. I know that. I'm not cruel. I'm not vengeful. If anything, I'm the opposite. You see, I don't have any family left, and I had lost my few friends around that time. When it was time for my funeral, the only people who came was my boss and the family who killed me. The wife held her newborn daughter close to her chest. I hated my boss. And the cemetery was awfully lonely, so I followed the family home. Lily may as well have been my own flesh and blood. She was sweet and bright, and oh so very small. She had trouble sleeping if someone wasn't rocking her crib, and her parents were so tired. After they put her to bed, it was easy for me to rock her crib for her. I didn't get tired. I could help her. Wow. Is that the end of the story? Hold on a second. Wait, hold on a second. I can't tell if that's the end of the story the way it's wrote. Oh, it's not the end of the story. I'm sorry. I just kind of prematurely thought that was the end of it. The way the spacing and ads are, so we'll go back into it. As the years passed, Jack and Lori realized that they weren't alone in the house. It didn't take long from there to make a connection between my funeral and when I had shown up. And I had never been malevolent, so they weren't afraid or angry. They started to burn candles on the anniversary of my death day. They left an empty chair for meals and holidays. And I really felt like a member of the family. Someone is trying to force the door. It's Lori's ex. He's obsessive, he's angry, he's going to hurt the family. My family. The thing about ghosts is that the more offerings you get, the stronger you become. I've been enjoying candles and trinkets, and even the occasional food items for the past 5 years. I was strong from that. Wow, okay, that is the end of the story that time. I'm sorry, guys. That was an amazing story. I mean, I could almost see that story kind of going on a little bit further, but it's so good. It's perfect. I actually, that was probably one of the best stories I've read in a while. You know, being a short story. So, what do you guys think about it? Oh, sorry. I keep realizing to let the chat catch up to what I'm saying, that I get quiet for long periods. I'm sorry, guys. Everybody doing good? Relaxing by the campfire? Enjoying the... It's actually feeling kind of cool tonight. It's not too hot, not too cold. The fire is just perfect for right now. Are you comfy? I hope you guys are comfy and enjoying what's around you. Alright, we're going to start the next story. The story is called I Know Bill. You okay, buddy? Yeah. You sure? You're breathing heavy. I'm okay. Good. Relax. It'll go quicker that way to start. I just need some basic information. Basic? Simple things. Okay. Let's start with an easy one. What's your name? Roy. Roy what? Framar. Well, Mr. Framar, how old are you? 16. Do you go to school? No. Why not? Don't know, just don't. Do you live alone? No. You live with your mother and your brother Bill, don't you? Yeah. Good. Good, you're doing fine. But now I need to ask some harder questions, okay? Can you handle that? Yeah? Good boy. Your brother Bill's in some hot water, isn't he? He's been accused of something pretty bad. Accused? He did something bad to that little girl, Ginny Connor. Oh. To be frank, Mr. Famar, I think you might know something about it. That's why we're here today. I think you have a story about Bill and that little girl. Don't be shy. Relax. You aren't in any trouble. Just answer me one question. Did you see Bill take Ginny into the woods? I didn't see them. Really? I saw Ginny. Bill was home. You say you saw Ginny go into the woods, but Bill was at home? Yeah. Mr. Famar, I find that a wee bit hard to believe. You know we found Bill's jacket in those woods. We found his jacket soaked in about a pint of her blood. Ginny's blood. We found her too. Funny enough, she was just a few yards away. We took some pictures. Do you want to see? Pictures? Of the body. Do you want to see? No. No, I expect you don't. They're not pretty. But nonetheless, they beg the question. What was Ginny's blood doing on Bill's jacket? And why do a dozen witnesses claim to have seen them leave together from the football game? Witnesses? Mr. Famar, I know you followed them from the field. We have it on CCTV. So I ask you again, do you see Bill take Ginny into the woods? Did you? I didn't. I think you're lying. Bill was home. We go together to the football. Bill said, take Ginny. Oh, wait. Bill was home. We go together to the football game. Bill said he would take Ginny home. You took Ginny home? It was cold. Bill said to take Ginny and take my jacket. I said, let's go to the woods. And Ginny said no. It made me mad, and I pushed her, and she hurt her head. What? I hit her in the woods. I was scared. I didn't want to make trouble. She woke up. She was mad and screaming, so I hit her. I hit her to shut her up. And the jacket. Jacket? Bill's jacket. I hid it. Where? Under my bed. Christ. No, not under your bed. Think, for once in your life. Think. You hid it in the woods? I hid it in the woods. Yeah, don't forget it's important. Sorry? When they ask for real, you have to remember. I'm sorry for yelling. I hate seeing you made a fool of. That's all. I know, Bill. Oh, wow. That turned a little... That one, that escalated quick. Oh, man. What do you guys think about that one? That one escalated quick. Let's see who's in the chat now. Hey, Outrum, how are you? I am so glad to see you in the chat. And no, Evil, that's... Oh, well, it's actually Lakota, and one of my children was trying to get him to go outside. Lakota has the low tolerance to stay focused and stay with the live stream, so bless his little bones, he's trying. But he's just a pup. He's trying. I'm gonna go ahead and tell you guys that these stories I found just spur of the moment. has been pretty amazing so far. I'm really it's that's good. All right, guys, and if you feel like rating the videos, rating the stories from 1 to 10, kind of lets me know what you're into and what to kind of keep looking for. So we're gonna head on to the next one. The story is entitled My House Rules. Number 1. Always take off your shoes when you come in. They don't like dirt. Number 2. Always say hello. Be friendly. Number 3. When you enter the house, go straight to your room. Number 4. Lock your door. Safety first. Number 5. If you leave your room, go straight to where you need to go. No detouring. Do not stop walking. Keep going. Number 6. Walk with your head held up. Have some decorum about yourself. Number 7. Never block your vision. Number 8. If you hear laughing, ignore it. It isn't there. Number 9. If you turn on a light, do not turn it back off. They will take care of it for you. Number 10. Do not turn off the music. One guest, in particular, doesn't like the quiet. I can sort of relate to that. Number 13. Get your feet off the floor as fast as possible. I don't like all that racket running about. Number 15. If the sun is down, never look out your bedroom window. Stop being so nosy. Number 16. Don't check the closets, under the bed, or the showers. They like their privacy. Number 17. At 3 a.m., things will start to happen. Do not answer your door. You will hear tapping on the window. When you do, close your eyes. Do not open them for any reason. Number 18. Make sure you go to sleep by 3:12 a.m. Number 19. Don't forget, you live alone. That one is crazy to say the least. I'm just going to say that was crazy. I mean, that gives a whole new rule to OCD, compulsive, and maybe a touch of insanity. Sorry, guys, I gotta adjust myself for a second. Get a little comfortable. And for some reason, I decided to leave my water clear across the room. We'll take a brief intermission here in a second, I guess, for me to get it. Alright. We'll go to the next story. Well, wait. Go ahead and rate that story if you want to in the chat. And let me know what you think. So far, I think everybody's liking the stories, so we will keep going with these. And get comfy, fix yourself. Would you like another marshmallow? And we'll go to the next one. The story is entitled The Blind Child. Stabbing. Sylvia pointed a trembling finger at my brother. Hold on a second, guys. I think we're going to take a brief second for me to get some water, because my throat is feeling... Alright guys, sorry. When I wrote back, I was correcting my spelling. I was like, give me a second and I'll be back. And I messed up the word back, so I rewrote it back. Which I now realize probably caused some confusion. I'm sorry for the delay. And I'm sorry for the quick little intermission, but after 44 minutes of reading stories and talking, my throat went up. Nope. So I'm going to give it a couple of seconds for everybody to get back in. Hopefully you guys are still there and you haven't disappeared on me. Please don't disappear on me. I had to go get me some Jolly Ranchers and some water to get prepared. So let's see. Check and make sure. Yep, I'm back. Sorry. So if you hear some smacking, I've got a Jolly Rancher in my mouth. Kind of need some help. Hopefully my microphone is not picking up every sound that I am now making. And if it is, I'm sorry. Alright, so let's see. Let's find the story that we were doing. And here we go. This story is called The Blind Child. Stabbing. Sylvia pointed a trembling finger at my brother Arthur. Her milky, unseeing eyes gleamed in his direction, and his wife Agnes trembled with indignation from across the table. My husband's face colored as he dropped his fork and dragged our daughter back into the bedroom, scolding her as they went. The rest of the night was awkward, and the pep in our conversation never recovered. 2 weeks later, Agnes was stabbed to death in her office parking lot. An inebriated college student found her, almost vomiting all over her, and called the cops. My brother swore that he bore no ill will against my daughter, but I could tell that he was lying. One day, the middle-aged woman who taught my daughter how to read her braille called me. "Ma'am, I don't know what's going on, but your daughter's been whispering. Electrocution, electrocution, for the past half hour, and it's starting to distract her from her lessons. Could you please talk to her?" I did. Sylvia, and her 9-year-old lack of understanding, told me it was just a cool new word she learnt at school. The death of an electrician made headlines the following week. It was a freak accident involving tangled wires in a bucket of water. Sylvia's teacher's face was blurred for privacy, but her voice was as familiar as anything to me. He was my partner, my soulmate. While my husband was working late, I called Sylvia into the living room. "Honey, is there anything Mommy should know?" She hesitated. "Honey, you know you can talk to me." She denied it at once more. "I have no secrets from you, Mommy." My husband walked into the living room with his hair tousled and his eyes distant. Instead of rushing to hug her dad, Sylvia simply turned towards him. "Fire," she said. My heart stopped. Every time Sylvia said something like that, it was the person's partner who died. And of that reason, too, fire. Was Sylvia merely making predictions, or was she putting a curse on me for snooping in her business? Why, this devil child? I grew paranoid. I checked the appliances and electronics constantly and cleared the house of any fire hazards. That was my life over the next few days. All the while I kept my eyes on Sylvia. Sylvia had grown almost hateful towards my own daughter. My husband came home one night, wounded and blackened with soot, while I sat in the living room and Sylvia listened to the radio beside me. "What's the matter?" I asked. He gulped. "One of my colleagues, her house caught fire. She was trapped in there, but I managed to escape." That turned the gears in my head. What were you doing in her house? The expression on my husband's face was a sufficient admission of guilt. I opened my mouth to speak. No, to scream. But a smaller voice beside me looked at me and whispered, "Poisoning." Oh, wow. That escalated very, very quickly. I guess it's kind of a warning to all the spouses out there. I wouldn't cheat if I was you. Just going to go ahead and give you that heads up. I'm sorry for the random noises in the background. We're fixing to have a thunderstorm. So I'm not sure how much longer we're going to be able to go because of the storm, which now has my littlest dog barking his head off. So let's see. What have I missed in the chat? Thank you, Todd. You guys are so great and you always encourage me to keep going. You're amazing. I give you lots of hearts and hugs. Evil, yes. I love Jolly Ranchers. So the question is, if you guys eat Jolly Ranchers, what is your favorite flavor? I just recently discovered the tropical flavor where they have like peach and lemon and pineapple. Now, I'm not very big on pineapple. Peach is okay, but I love lemon. And I love the red bag because it has fruit punch in it. And that is my favorite, fruit punch. And then right after that would be the blue raspberry. Yes, Evil, that was very creepy. The moral of the story is don't cheat. And Evil, I don't foresee that you are anything like that guy in the story. So you have no worries. Thank you, Wendigo, for giving it a 10. I think it was great. I think it was pretty excellent itself. We're going to real quickly get a little sip of water because my throat is extremely dry tonight. So I guess that gives a whole new meaning to stay safe, stay hydrated. Cool. Watermelon. Watermelon is a good flavor too. Sour apple. I can see that. I can see that. Speaking of which, I'm going to unwrap another one. In fact, I've got a fruit punch, a watermelon, and a sour apple. So, I got sour apple, 2 sour apples. So, if you guys want to, I'll pass them around. You guys can have one. Alright. Let's go to the next story. This story is entitled, "I Don't Hate My Sister." Okay, here we go. Because of all the things I do for Renee, most people would say I hate my little sister. I'm here to set the record straight. I didn't let Renee's cat out of the back door because I hate her. Muffins is fine. I've been feeding him behind the shed. I don't flush Renee's medication before she takes them because I hate her. I was pretty panicked when I thought the toilet was going to clog, though. I didn't erase her biology essay because I hate her. She got to see the cute librarian she's crushing on anyway. I didn't unplug her cell phone before she left the house because I hate her. I unplugged it so that Mom and Dad wouldn't be able to call her. I didn't use the faulty outlet in the living room because I hate Renee. I really don't hate my sister. The fire didn't kill Renee because Renee didn't have to go back for muffins. Renee wasn't sleeping due to her medicine. Renee was in the library doing her report. I didn't let our Mom and Dad die because I hate my little sister. I did it so that she wouldn't end up buried in the garden like me. Whoa! Wow, that was... I'm going to go ahead and rate this story because I don't think I've rated any of them. But I would give that about an 8. A strong 8. And my only problem with it would be it was short. I think you could have went on a couple more and give me a little bit more with that story. But I'm going to say, wow. That was a good one. All right, let's go to the next one. Let's see. All right. The next one is entitled I'm a Good Liar. I'm a good liar. I've been my whole life. I'm 12 years old. Or am I 13? Or 11? I'm such a good liar that I can convincingly tell you anything. It was my father who first taught me how to lie. Look them dead in the eyes, daughter. Don't blink or look to one side. Dead in the eyes. Speak calmly. Add in some details, ones that aren't important. That makes things more believable. So every day I concocted a new adventure to tell my classmates. They'd lap it up. They believe I live in a big mansion, that I only wear tatty clothes because my parents don't want me to be spoiled. They don't know that I actually live in a caravan in the field behind it. Last week, I told them that my parents had taken me off to ski resort for the weekend. We met Prince William up there. He loves skiing. I was really bad at it, but Will, he said I can call him that, said it didn't matter because he thought I was really funny. I must have fallen over right in front of him about 8 times. We're going to be invited to dinner at the Windsor Castle soon. I like that story. It's another thing my father taught me about lying. You can't always paint yourself as the hero. Sometimes you have to be the bad or the thing. Today, I'm telling an even better lie. They opened the aquarium especially for me. I say, breathing evenly. My parents just knew that I'd always dreamed of swimming with the sharks. I looked directly at them. I don't know if you've all seen, but they have those little orange fish at the aquarium. You know, like Nemo. I've got a stuffed one from the gift shop, but I'll get some real ones soon. It's all in the details. The little inconsequential details. Anyway, the shark swimming went a bit wrong. The shark tried to attack me, but I fought it off. I shrugged nonchalantly and basked in their awe. One girl asked if she can touch the little red gash across my face. It was my father who taught me how to lie. I have to be believable when I explain away the injuries that he gives me, or he'll kill me. I'm a good liar, but I'm a very, very bad girl. Oh my gosh, guys. I am going to give that one a 9. That was super amazing. I'll take a second for you guys to I'll take a second for you guys to pick up on and tell me what you think about that one, because I'm gonna have to remember where I got these stories from, because I might want to actually make a video for some of these, some of them, not all of them, because we were doing this live. But I would not be swimming with no sharks. Don't blame you. Most of us would not be swimming with the sharks. Wendigo, I agree. I could give it a strong 9. Alright, see, we're at 1 hour and 2 minutes. Let's see. I don't know, I think we're going to go a little bit more because everybody seems to be enjoying themselves. I'm enjoying this. I think my throat can withstand a few more. So let's see. Crack knuckles. Pass out some more Jolly Ranchers. Put another log on that fire, and we'll go to the next one. This story is entitled, My Punishment Was to Keep What I Stole. Each morning when I wake up, I open the chest where I keep my son. I stroke his small... Oh my gosh, no. I don't know if I can do this one. I'm going to try this one because this is actually the last story that it's on this area. We're going to try to do this one, guys. I'm going to try to break out of my comfort zone and do a story. I don't necessarily want to do, but it's the last one, and so this might be the last story of the night. And then we'll talk and chit-chat and go on. Alright, so we're going to try to read this story. We'll get past it. Get out of my comfort zone. So here we go. We'll go back. The story is entitled, My Punishment Was to Keep What I Stole. Here we go. Each morning when I wake up, I open the chest where I keep my son. I stroke his small skull and murmur, "Good morning," although I know he can no longer hear me. I hope he doesn't think I abandoned him. I hope he knows I never will. When my son died of a fever, I refused to let him go. He was only a baby, and all that I had left. So I turned to the stories my own mother had told me, the rituals and legends I learned in childhood. The rules of bringing someone back from the underworld seemed pretty easy. I scoffed at the stories of those who failed, sure that my willpower would be stronger than theirs. I forced my will through the fields of night, and I found my son's faint, pale soul. I guided it all the way back to his body, never looking back once. When I saw my son open his eyes again and smile at me, I thought I had made the right choice. He laughed and he ran and he played just as he had done before. I even believed I could pretend nothing had ever happened. Then, a few days later, I saw the rot creeping up on his skin. At that moment, I realized my mistake. I hadn't restored my son to life. I had only brought back his soul, back to his corpse. I tried to comfort him as his body swelled and decayed. He wailed day and night in fear as his flesh from his bones. Only when his throat rotted away did he stop crying. I attempted to return to the underworld, to return my son's soul, but the way would not open to me again. I cheated death, and my punishment was to keep what I stole. When his ligaments finally broke down, I gathered his bones and placed him in the antique chest I inherited from my mother. Only the best would do for my son. Sometimes my son's bones lie still inside the chest for hours, even days, and I dare to hope that his soul found its way back to where it belongs. But sooner or later, his bones always begin to rattle again, and I know he's still alive. Once, all I wanted was to have my son here with me now. But now, I would give anything for him to be put to rest. Oh my gosh, guys, that was epically tragic and really bad to end a live stream on. I'm sorry. Wow. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm gonna have to not even rate that one because that one was hard to digest. So we're gonna kind of stop talking about that. Yeah, I noticed that we're gonna have some pretty bad storms. I've been seeing it through the window. Pop another Jolly Rancher in my mouth. Oh my gosh, I think I dropped the Jolly Rancher. Oh, there it is. Whoops. Yeah, I would have to give it a 6 or 7 because that was sad. Very well written, very good, but sad. Epically sad. Suck on my Jolly Rancher for a couple seconds because I'm like, wow. That kind of got to me. Okay. Alright, guys, should we read some different stories to counteract that sad one? Or do you guys want to sit and chat for a few minutes? It is entirely up to you. I do not mind. I am game for anything because I enjoy the nights we spend together, guys. My mom's psycho cat is in the background. Meow, meow. She's trying to join the live stream apparently, or freak everyone out. I promise I think she might actually be a black cat. Deep down inside her bones. So what are you guys doing tonight? We're gonna take while I wait for you guys to tell me what you guys are interested in. Tell me now what you want to do. Because I'm for anything, guys. And I can't spell. I'm trying to look up some different stories real quick. And if you guys have any suggestions of a story that you want read, I am open for that too. Let's see. It's up to me. I don't want it to be up to me. No, I don't know if I remember Bloody Bones as well as I need to tell it. I could Google it real quick. Hold on a second. Hold on. Let me see if I can look up that story. Bloody Bones. Well, it could help if I could spell it because I totally didn't spell it right. Let's see. Bloody Bones. Oh wow, there's a history of Southern Scare. Let's see if it has a story with it. Well, haunted house stories, that's actually a good one. We might have to save that for next Monday because we're getting further into the stream. And I'll probably stream for maybe a little bit longer. That's true. I keep forgetting about that. I'm kind of a ditz, to be honest, sometimes. Let's see. Let's see. I'm going to find a good one. I'm trying to scare off the cat. I don't think it's working too good. Let's see. What's this one? No. Trying to find a good one, but it's not giving me nothing. Any suggestions, guys? Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I'll make a footnote. And we'll do haunted house stories next week. Okay, note to self, I cannot eat a Jolly Rancher and talk. Let's see. Let's see, horror short stories. Let's find some good ones. I think these might be more like 2 sentences. But it'll be alright. We'll do a couple of these. And let's hope that I find some that I have not read before. So fingers crossed. It's kind of a struggle. Let's see, we did tonight. I guess we did ghost stories. So next week we'll do haunted house. Let's see, what's this one? That last story gave me the sniffles. Let's see. I'm finding good places for stories, but they're kind of longer, and I kind of don't want to start. I don't want to start a new topic. So far we've done ghost stories. So maybe let me look up some more ghost stories. Let's see, ghost stories. Let's see, what's this one? 3, 6. Okay, I think I've read these before. These were kind of bad. I don't want to read them again. Don't make me read them again. Thank you, Indigo. Thank you. Yes, what's this one? Alright, I think we got some more ghost stories. So we'll do a couple more, guys. Alright, So this one is entitled The Cell Phone. A couple of months ago, my friend's cousin, which is a single mother, bought a new cell phone. After a long day of work, she came home, places her phone on the counter, and went to watch TV. Her son came to her and asked if he could play with her new phone. She told him not to call anyone or mess with the text messaging, and he agreed. At around 11:20, he was drowsy, so she decided to tuck her son in and go to bed. She walked to his room and saw that he wasn't there. She then ran over to her room to find him sleeping on her bed with the phone in his hand. Relieved, she picked her phone back up from his hand and inspected it. Browsing through it, she noticed only minor changes in such like the background or the banner. But then she opened up her saved pictures. She began to delete the pictures he had taken until only one new photo remained. When she first saw it, she was in disbelief. It was her son sleeping on her bed, but the picture was taken by someone else above him, and it showed the left half of an elderly woman's face. Oh, wow. I'm gonna give that one about a 6. I like that one. That one, it's pretty spooky. When it comes to having children, it's always creepy, spooky. All right. The next one. You guys doing good? Still comfortable? Still ready to go? Alright, we're going to the next one if you guys are ready. If you think you can handle it. The next story is entitled Ghost Brother. My house was built in 1904. It's a single-family home, wood frame setting on a concrete block foundation. I've been living here for about 12 years. Of all the weird things that my siblings and me have ever seen or heard in this house, this one event is my favorite. This happened to my brother. About 10 years ago, my brother and his best friends had started a garage band playing mostly Spanish rock. Alternative music, but in Spanish. His friends could only get together on Sunday afternoons. They would practice into the early evening, and they would usually call it quits about 8 p.m. This was the time I usually showed up and went to bed, because I worked the graveyard shift. This happened in late fall, so the days were getting shorter. They had just finished a long session when the decision to head to someone else's house came about. My brother handed his car keys to his buddy so that they could load up the equipment. Everyone had filed out of the basement, but the tricky part was that they needed to walk all the way to the back of the basement, up the back stairs, through the kitchen doorway, down the hallway into the living room, and out the front door. Everyone was outside sitting in my brother's truck waiting for him. My brother was walking up the back stairs when he remembered that he had left his pancakes in a to-go container sitting on the speaker in the basement. He made the decision to go back. Now the basement is not clean with full sight lines. There had been partitions made, and the boiler had made heating units right smack in the middle. So after my brother walked back, he is about to retrieve his food container when out of the corner of his eye he sees it. It is a shadowy figure right at his peripheral vision. This feeling of dread and uneasiness washed over my brother. We have been taught that if you are in the presence of a spirit or ghost, or you feel a bad vibe, to say a quick prayer or to cuss at it. My brother chooses the latter. He basically just told it to F off. I don't have time for this crap. My brother started to walk to the back of the basement and briskly up the stairs, closing the doors, and turned off the lights as he walked out. The last light switch is on the opposite side of the front door. Luckily, the door was open and a light from the street lamp was flooding the living room with its amber light. My brother said he felt something at his back, but at no point did he turn around. He flickered the last switch in the living room and it went dark, as did the rest of the house. As he stepped out and he pulled the door closed behind him, still holding his food container in one hand, he jogged down the front porch steps. He walked toward the front gate. Our house resides far from the main street, essentially having a large front yard, but no rear garage. As he closed the gap between him and his friends, he kind of smiled and thought things over in his head, mad at himself for spooking out for no apparent reason. He climbed into the driver's side of the truck, putting on his seatbelt and getting ready to pull out of the parking lot. Directly in front of the house, when one of his friends asked, "Hey, wait, what about your brother? Isn't he coming with us?" My brother answered, "Well, what do you mean? He went to work earlier tonight. He's already gone. Do you see his car anywhere?" The next question they asked, "So then who was walking behind you when you were leaving the house?" Ooh, no, no, no. Ooh, no, 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 no. That's creepy. No, 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 no. No, bad juju. No. Yes, Todd, I thought the background might be nice touch because I want you guys to feel comfortable and cozy. I want you to enjoy and relax, get a little spooked, maybe be afraid a couple times to turn off the lights. You never know. Alright, guys, let's see. I'm going to read one more story, and then we will have a short chat, and then we'll say adieu. So, here's to the last story, entitled The Rocking Horse. Sit back and enjoy. One night when I was maybe 10 or 12, I had trouble falling asleep. My bedroom was the entire top floor of our house, with my bed and such being on the left side of the storage closets, and a player area being on the right of the storage closet. I was lying in bed when I heard a noise from the other side of the room, and I see a rocking horse begin to rock. It was sitting just outside of one of the storage closet doors. It proceeded to rock its way halfway across the room and stopped dead under the ceiling light. At this point, I was freaking out and just buried my head under my blankets and never peeked out again until morning. It was all confirmed to be a dream, as the rocking horse was still in the middle of the room when I woke up. Furthermore, I got a stern reprimand from my parents for being up out of bed, playing with my toys well past my bedtime. Their bedroom was directly below the storage closet / player area, and they had heard the creaking of the rocking horse shuffling across the floor part of the night. Alright guys, that is the last story, but it doesn't mean the end of the stream just yet. What do you guys think so far? Did you guys enjoy the stories? Were they interesting? Do you like the Monday night feel? I will have to say, particularly, I like the stories. I thought they were pretty good. And I have a quick confession about it. I didn't read any of these stories before I read them tonight. These were abruptly off the top of my head. Spur of the moment. Found them. They looked interesting. I said, what the heck, we're going to read them. So this was abruptly out of nowhere. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, this last story, I will give it a 5. It's kind of weak, but it's a whole lot better to end it on a weak note than a sad note. Hello, Home of Scares. How are you? And welcome to the channel. It is good to see a new face. The blind girl. Yes, I did like the blind girl story. There was several here in the beginning of the live stream I thought were very strong 9 or 10s. So I may actually sit down one day and re-record these professionally, not live. And, what do you mean kind of figured, Lily? Did it show? Did the me not reading them before show? I thought I did pretty decent. I thought I did good enough that you couldn't tell that I just winged this. So, I must ask Evil, explain. Explain yourself in the chat. Or message me later and explain. But you must explain. Explain. You must tell me. Oh, this must have been loud. The cat started meowing. I think the cat was horrified by my horror stories. She's back in the background. I really enjoyed this, guys. I will have to say that the Monday night feel, I like it. I think we'll continue it as long as you guys are enjoying it. This is kind of last minute tweaking for this stream tonight, and I will have to say, I think so far, I mean, I haven't went back and listened to it, and nobody in the chat said ew bew at me, so I'm going to assume that we have done a pretty good job. I think the nation has done a good job. Which reminds me, guys, I was thinking about naming some of this, you know, like everybody has like a catchphrase. Oh, not catchphrase, but kind of a background. I was thinking about naming this Nation of Horrors, but since we call it Horrors by the Campfire. Oh yeah, that probably did give it away, huh? Because if I had already pre-read that, it would have been. But I think I did pretty good. Not have read these stories before. I think there were very little mess ups. I think I have to pat myself on the back, toot my own horn tonight. Plus that thunder's getting louder. It's kind of freaking me out. So, I think we're going to keep it the way this is. I like what we are doing. I like this Monday night feel. But the question is, guys, on Friday, do you want to do it, what I would say, more professionally and do it kind of like this? Or would you like to, on Fridays, do it in front of the camera? It is all up to you, so don't say that it's up to me and my preference. I would like to know your opinion. Because I love you guys, and I very respectfully respect your opinions. Oh, thank you guys for telling me I did a great job. Aw, that's so sweet, Evil. I'll give you kisses. I don't know. I'm going to say for me, going on with what Evil just said, that for some reason, if I practice a story, I will mess up. But if I will just like follow my feelings, and just read the story, I usually it's amazing. I think it's so much better than if I would practice it. I think practicing for me makes it worse. I think just winging it, I'm not necessarily winging it. I think it's just flat out just diving in and giving it my all, and just we're gonna do this thing is amazing. So I think that's more me. So, but anyway, back to what I said. What do you guys think? Do you want to make Fridays more professional feeling, or I guess it's professional feeling, I don't know, more like this type of live streaming, I guess what I should say? Or do you guys still like the in front of the camera on Friday? I don't really care. The only thing I say is this way, I mean, I can focus more on the narrations. But remember, Friday nights, Friday night chill. So we're supposed to be chilled. We're supposed to be relaxed. We're supposed to enjoy ourselves and just kind of sit around and just kind of shoot the breeze type of feel on Fridays. This is more, we're going to read some stories. We're going to get down to the nitty gritty and sit by this campfire and scare the crap out of each other. Okay, Todd. We can do that. We can totally do that. So we'll just wing it. We'll go with it on Fridays. I don't know, we'll go with Fridays. I think what we'll try to do is we will plan on Mondays and Fridays to live stream just like this. But if I have nothing set up on Fridays to go along with this, then we will just do in front of the camera. So that's a plan. We have made a plan. And I think it's a good plan. I think we're doing good. Good. Alright, guys. I'm getting kind of tired, which is sad because I want to go for another, I think we're gonna go with that. So far it looks like in the chat everybody likes this particular feel, but I will say that is true. We'll get to that in a minute, Lunar. I will say what we're going to do is we're going to flat out plan on Monday nights for sure that we're going to do live streaming this way. I said Monday night. Monday night we're going to do live streamings just like this. On Friday night we will try to do it just like this, but if we can't, we will live stream. And to go with what Lunar just said, she just said you may not get to go do certain Friday nights if you go to the games to watch me wave my flag. To go with that, what I could do is live stream and take you guys along. So you'll get to see my face still, but we'll be doing something as well as amazing. So I think we have a plan. I think we like what we're doing. I'm going to go ahead and say this, guys. It has been extraordinary. I will also go ahead and give you a quick reminder. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel, because this is just a tip. We're getting right back into this channel. We were getting into everything, and we have more to come. Better coming. So if you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit the little bell icon, because YouTube somehow loves for you guys to do that. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Down in the description below is everywhere you can find me. You can find me at TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. I think my email address is down there. If you're feeling lovely and generous, you guys can leave me a small present at PayPal. Pretty please. And I will go ahead and say this, guys. I hope you have a wonderful week until Friday. Well, let me rephrase that. That sounds so cold. I hope you have an excellent week. We'll discuss how your week was on Friday. Stay safe, stay cool, stay hydrated. And I'm going to say, guys, as always, I love you, and I'll see you in the next video.